Good morning, children. Welcome back to the lesson The Ailing Planet, the Green Movement's Role, written by Nani Palkiwala. Okay. The other day we had a discussion about the introduction and what the chapter is about, and we have come to know that the speaker, the author, is talking about the declining health of our earth, and that has got relevance in the present scenario. And this text is nothing but an article that he published in the Indian Express on 24th November 1994, and he talks about a shift from the mechanistic view to a holistic, that means dealing with the whole of something or someone, and ecological view, environmental view of the world. So the human perception has undergone drastic changes. There is a revolutionary movement in this regard, and we also talked about the legacy that we have to leave for our future generation, and we should act like good stewards, managers of the planet, and we should be responsible, and we should respect our planet, and we should act like a responsible trustee as well. And we talked about sustainable development. Okay, a development that takes care of the present needs and ensures at the same time there are enough resources for the future. We should not eat out the things or the resources that are available now, and we should think about the future generation, and we can make use of things without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their needs. Okay, and now we also talked about the most dangerous animal, that is nothing but our own image that is in the mirror at the zoo at Lusaka, Zambia. And also we discussed about the cataloging of certain species, and we are neglecting this enlisting part, and we are in an embarrassing darkness, ignominious darkness, and it can be better explained as dishonorable oblivion. There is no awareness about many species. This is a very shameful matter. Okay, and we also discussed about the International Commission, and where Mr. LKJ was a member in it, and there was a question: are we to leave our successor a scorched planet of advancing deserts, impoverished landscape, and ailing environment? Here we stopped, children. Now let us continue with the text. Okay, we are at page number 44, last paragraph. Yeah, Mr. Lester R. Brown, in his thoughtful book The Global Economic Prospect, points out that the Earth's principal biological systems are four: fisheries, forest, grassland, and croplands. So dear children, remember these four biological systems. Don't forget: fisheries, forest, grassland, and cropland. Okay, where was it mentioned? In the book called The Global Economic Prospects, written by Lester R. Brown. So there should be good balance among these four biological systems, like fisheries, forest, grassland, and cropland, and they form the foundation of the global economic system. The economy depends on these four areas. In addition to supplying our food, these four systems provide virtually all the raw material for industry except minerals and petroleum derived synthetics. In large areas of the world, human claims on these systems are reaching an unsustainable level. Okay, a point where their productivity is being impaired. What is impaired? Weakened, weakening, becoming, or declining, impaired. Okay, WEAKENED. W-E-A-K-E-N-E-D, weekend. Okay, write down. When this happens, fisheries collapse, forests disappear, grasslands are converted into barren wastelands, and croplands deteriorate. Again, worsen. What's the meaning of deteriorate? Worsen. W-O-R-S-E-N, worsen. In a protein conscious and protein hungry world, overfishing is common every day. And why there is an imbalance in the for biological system? Because the modern people are very greedy, and they are protein hungry, okay, and they are eating fish too much. Overfishing is common every day. In poor countries, local forests are being decimated. Not only fisheries are affected, even forest is affected. People are using forests for furniture and many other purposes. In poor countries, local forests are being decimated. Decimated means destroyed. Okay, children, write down. Decimated means destroyed in large numbers. Decimated means destroyed in large number in order to procure firewood for cooking. They are using forest for making firewood for cooking. In some places, firewood has become so expensive that what goes under the pot now costs more than what goes inside it. Very ironical statement. Okay, all of you underline this and learn why. Now for this, in some countries, firewood has become very expensive, and what is being cooked is cheaper, whereas firewood is costlier. Since the tropical forest is, in the words of Dr. Myers, the powerhouse of revolution. Several species of life face extinction as a result of its destruction. When forests are decimated, when destruction is there towards forest, what happens? Several species are losing their life, and they face extinction as well. So this is a non-fact for all. So what we have to do is, we have to reduce cutting trees. We should not depend on trees for firewood and furniture, and the same way we should not use much of the fisheries. Okay, it has been well said that the forests precede means come before, precede mankind, deserts follow. Actually, human origin happened later. Forests were there already, and now instead of forest, what we are giving for our future generation? Deserts. The world's ancient patrimony, inherited estates. You can write down. Patrimony means inherited estates. Okay, what is patrimony? Inherited estates of tropical forest is now eroding at the rate of 40 to 50 million acres a year, and the growing use of dung for burning deprives the soil of an important natural fertilizer. Cow dung? Cow dung is used as a fuel. They make cow dung cakes. Okay, when cow dung is used as fuel, what happens? Trees are deprived of natural fertilizer, so there would be less growth of forest. Okay, the World Bank estimates that a 5-fold increase in the rate of forest planting is needed to cope with what COP means? To adjust. Okay, many people make use of this expression in a wrong way. They say it has cope up with. That is a wrong expression. The correct expression is to cope with. Okay, so don't make this mistake. To cope with the expected fuel wood demand in the year 2000. So we have crossed this year already. Okay, so it was written some 26 years back. Still the relevance is there. Okay, we are losing the forest on many reasons, and we are using cow dung as cow dung cake for fuel purpose, so that deprives the soil of an important natural fertilizer. So dear children, now let us continue. James Peth, the president of the World Resource Institute, said the other day, we are saying that we are losing the forest at an acre a second. So this is a very serious calculation. Per second, how much is lost? Per second, an acre of forest is lost. See the seriousness. In a day how much it will go, in a month how much it will go, in a year how much it will go. So per second we are losing 1 acre of forest, but it is much closer to an acre and a half to a second now. It is increasing. Okay. Article 448A of the Constitution of India provides that the state shall endeavor, means attempt, to protect and improve the environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife of the country. And which article says this? That you have to note down. Article number 48A. What does it say? We have to protect our environment and to improve our environment and to safeguard the forest and wildlife. But what causes endless anguish, pain, is the fact that laws are never respected nor enforced in India. And what is the drawback? What is the loophole for this? Laws are never respected and nor enforced in India. For instance, the Constitution says that the casteism, untouchability and bonded labor shall be abolished, removed permanently, but they flourish, they increase shamelessly even after 44 years of the operation of the Constitution. So dear children, we have to think about it deeply. A recent report of our Parliament Estimates Committee has highlighted the near catastrophic depletion. Disastrous. What is the meaning of catastrophic? Write down. Disastrous. What is depletion? Reduction or getting less. Depletion of India's forest over the last 4 decades, means 40 years. India, according to reliable data, is losing its forest at the rate of 3.7 million acres a year. So note it down. How much? At the rate of 3.7 million acres a year. Large areas officially designated, okay, as forest land are already virtually treeless. And many areas, as per government record, okay, they are the real forest, but now it has become treeless forest. The actual loss of forest is estimated, calculated to be about 8 times the rate indicated by government statistics. And that again, the government statistics is less, but actual loss is more than that. So dear children, author is highlighting the importance of preserving our forest, okay, thereby the planet. So before we conclude for the day, let us make an immediate review of what we have learned and discussed today. Dear children, we started with Mr. Lester Brown and his book, The Global Economic Prospect. Okay, there he discussed about 4 principal biological system. What are the 4 biological system that he mentioned? Fisheries, forest, grassland and cropland. And if there is any imbalance in these 4 biological system, it would lead to disaster. Okay, for example, in a world where people are protein hungry, they use much fish and it makes a imbalance in fisheries. And when people make use of firewood as use forest as firewood, and we make an imbalance in the forest, right? Like that, grassland and cropland, everywhere it gets its repercussions. Okay, so and many species are affected. Many species reached extinction because of too much felling of trees or decimation of trees. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to preserve our forests. Okay, and there is another point that the author highlight is the use of cow dung as fuel, and that deprives the soil of an important natural fertilizer. Okay, and according to James Peth, the president of the World Resource Institute, what did he say? We are losing the forest at 1 acre a second. Now it is increased to 1.5 acres. Okay, By now it would be more than that. Okay, and article 48A insists that we have to protect our environment and to safeguard the forest and the wildlife of the country. But in India, people are neither respecting the rules nor enforcing it in India. Okay, and author also highlights what happens to casteism, what happens to untouchability, and even bonded labor. People are not minding it, and it increases shamelessly, flourishing it flamelessly even after 40 years of the operation of constitution. And now we are facing catastrophic depletion of the forest. Now the latest data is 3.7 million acres a year. So dear children, give a thought to this serious concern, and many such forests which were designated as forest now are virtually treeless. Okay, now you cannot call it as a forest. Now you can call it as a barren land or a desert. Okay, now tomorrow we'll continue with the text again. Till then, make a thorough reading, loud reading as well as silent reading, and also write down some of the important question and answer with the help of NCERT solutions. Right? Have a nice day ahead. Thank you.